All right, it's part two of this amazing underground score. Let's get into it. All right, everybody, welcome back to part two of me going through this underground collection. The first box that we went through contained most of the comics. The second box we're going to get through is a variety of other things. There's a lot of books, there's some magazines, there's a lot of fun stuff in this box. So let's get right to it, and you guys let me know what you think at the end. Like and subscribe. Go watch part one if you haven't. Thanks. All right, and we're back for round two. So here we have this box, which is more filled with, let me adjust that here, more filled with what appears to be some kind of newspaper quality. I don't know what this is. This was part of the same auction, and this came with a collection of books. So in the photo, they really only showed two newspaper, things. So, but there's a whole box of them. So there's more stuff in here than they actually showed in the picture. So I'm very excited about that. I don't know if this is going to be incredibly boring or just stupid stuff. I don't know what's in here. And if I figure it out about halfway through, we'll go ahead and cut it out. But first off, we'll start with this. We got one of these. I have some of these with X-Men, but I saw that they had a Hulk ones in there. So that's really what originally kind of attracted me to this whole lot that we just went through. That if you watch part one, that was a separate lot that was just, I saw Underground Comics. This lot had a bunch of books, which I will show later, but this was part of this. So this is unopened, sealed. So you've got 4 art prints in here, but you got Hulk and Thing here. So you got Abomination, the Thing, Underwater Armageddon, so he's fighting Namor, and then At All Cost, destroy the Hulk. And can't really see who he's fighting down there. Who is that? Can't really tell. But yeah, so there you go. That's unopened. And then we have more of those. So we have this one, which is almost opened, but you got the prints in there still. And then you've got this one, which is unopened. So there you go. And I think these sell for 20 bucks or something like that. We got another one. I didn't know that all these were in here. Oh, actually, we just have 2 of the prints that are opened out of one of the, I don't know where those come from. Because we have this one here. Oh, so they came out of this one, I'm guessing? Yeah, because there's probably, yeah, they came out of this. And I still don't know who that is. Does it say? I don't know. Can you guys tell me who that is? Because I cannot tell. That's weird. There you go. All right, what do we have here? We have some Daughters of the Disc portfolio. Rich Larson and Steve Fassner, 1988. So you got stuff like this in here. There's a portfolio. So there's a bunch more in there. I'm not going to open it right now. I don't know if it has been opened. So I don't know who this is or what they are. Don't know anything about it. But it's cool looking. So we'll figure that out. I looked this up. This is the Superman 400 portfolio. You've got Terry Austin, Brian Bolland, John Byrne, Howard Chaykin, who did the cover. Steve Ditko, Will Eisner, Mike Grell, Jack Kirby, Frank Miller, Mobius, Bill Sienkiewicz, Simonson, Steranko, Bernie Wrightson. So these are all portfolios of Superman, I assume. So that's really cool. Very cool. And I looked this up. There's some value to this. It's a little damage up there, but that's cool. Superman prints. We got a book, The Magic Labyrinth. A little sci-fi. Okay, we've got Us and Them, another book, Why America is Like England, Why England is Like America, and How They Got That Way. Okay. This is amazing. Milk and Honey, Words and Pictures by Abdul Mehdi Clarwine. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Wow. I'm going to tell you, that's right up my alley, people. This is right up my alley. So I don't know anything about this, but this is super cool. Holy cow. Dang. Yep, I'm down with this all the way. Very cool. All right, so now this might go fast because I don't know what we got here. We got a really cool vintage Rolling Stone with Jim Morrison on the cover. He's hot, he's sexy, and he's dead. This is from September 17th, 1981. Still kind of that Rolling Stone, still paper. But it's in excellent condition, given that it's paper. So very cool. All right, what's this? This is a very tattered paper. I'm not even going to open this thing. The Giant, I don't know if you're going to see this. The Giant Spider Invasion. What is that? So, I don't know if it's a movie I don't know what this is. I don't want to open it right now. But look at that. It's very dusty bag. It's gross. But I don't know what that is. We'll have to research that. Wow. We have an adult video called Video Excitement. And it seems to be a newspaper for your adult video shopping marketplace. So we're just going to not show that. And this is, okay, I think I can show this, but it looks like a paper that reviews porn, maybe? I'm not going to go through all this. That's what I have here. It's, yes. The other newspaper is called The Purveyor. Prime Erotica for West Coast something. So I have an entire box filled with newspapers dedicated to reviewing porn. That is unexpected, I can tell you that right now. Did not anticipate that being part of it, but based on the underground stuff that I pulled out of here, not totally shocking. How about this? Oh, this is cool. We've got some old Broadway production. We got French Hollies. These are buried in here. Okay, we got multiple copies of it. There you go. Different covers, the three of them. Yeah. So like a strip show thing. Interesting. This person had a unique taste, to say the least. I'm just digging here to make sure I don't miss any other fun stuff. There's some stuff in here. We have, oh, interesting. Okay. What's that? Sculpture That Won't Bite Back at Bugatti. 1979. So we'll have to look that up. I don't know what that's about. But that's cool. I like that. Those things could have some value. We've got some kind of calendar. Oh, it's Steranko. Look at that. It says Supergirls, 1973, James Steranko, a Supergraphics publication, Pennsylvania. Oh, geez, I'll have to block that out. I got to keep remembering that. Sorry about that. Well, the whole thing is what you would expect. It's superhero type women, but without tops on. So I might have to edit a lot of that out. But that is amazing. That is simply amazing. Buried under all that stuff. We got Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse and Trader Mickey. I don't know what that is. This is like a, yeah, portfolio thing. Same thing here. Anything else hiding in here? I have a Paul Clark, San Diego City Council 8th District. Oh, we got some more of these. Let's striptease things. I'll definitely try to sell these. And then we have, I don't know what this is, some kind of poster. Don't know what we got here. We have some kind of comic strip poster. I wish you could see me trying to open this because I don't want to rip it. Oh my goodness. Let's just I'll just show you this part. Sex in the Comics. Comic strip sex and nostalgic X. It's a huge yellow poster. That's amazing, and I would imagine somebody would want that because it's really cool. So that's very cool. And we have a couple more posters. I'm not going to go through the. Let's see what we got here. Comico. We got a Comico poster. Look at that. I can't get it on my screen. Can I do this? There you go. Look at that. I don't know all the Comico characters real well, but we have a Comico. I know this guy right here. I know that. That's Robotech, maybe? Is that Grendel right there? I don't know. That's cool. So there you go. Elementals in there, maybe? I don't know. So, but that's a Comico poster. That's very, very cool. That's hidden amongst all the porn reviews. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, there's going to be a tear on it. Dang it, that sucks. Because this looks really cool. All right, it's getting a little damaged. I don't know how to deal with that. Okay, not terrible, just a little bit. But this is Fusion. Eclipse Comics. That's cool. Very unexpected to find these things hidden in the bottom of all this review of porn. I think there's some kind of paper down here. We have a residential lease from 1986. Okay, I think that's going to be it. I think that's got to be it. All kinds of gross newspaper stuff here. We got one more poster at the bottom. So we got. Ooh, there we go. Battletech, a game of armored combat. Don't know that game, but that's a cool little vintage poster. So there you go. We got that done. And then, I don't know how long I'm at. 12 minutes? How about I'll throw the books on there? We'll just pop through the books and we'll be done. That would be a 2-part video. Hang tight. Right, we're going to get down to the last nitty-gritty here. There was a third lot I bought in this auction. I paid $2 for it. Nobody bid on it. I saw something in it I wanted. So part of that lot was a pro set of Guinness Book of Records cards. 100 cards. Let's see here. I don't know what year this is. 1992. Sealed. Okay. I didn't know there was I didn't really catch that, so that's kind of a nice surprise. That was sealed box. Same thing here. 1991 Soccer Shots Premier Limited Collector's Edition. Special Pele card may be inside. Sealed box. 1991. How cool is that? I don't know if there's any value in any of those cards, but it's cool that they're sealed. How about a Wayne's World not dice game? Wayne's World not dice game, something like that. It's sealed, although ripped in the back, but still sealed. Cool. But this is why I bought that lot. Paid $2 for it. A little Dr. Doom toy. I don't collect toys really. I have a few, but I don't know anything about like value of toys or anything. But this is still in the box. Dr. Doom. So I'll look that up if it has any value. That's cool. But Dr. Doom's kind of hot right now. So very cool. Yeah. So anyway, I thought I'd show those. So here we go. We got this box of books. This is what it looks like. Okay. So we're just going to pop through this and see what we got. Probably not comic books is fine, but this is all part of fun with an auction. Requiem for a Dream. Looks like a steamy, sultry affair. The Secret, James Drought. I was hoping as what I would get is some like late 60s counterculture type stuff that I like, to ultimately put some of the stuff in my booth if I get one in the flea market. So that's kind of why I got these books. We got Thunder Agent, No Man. Cool. How about Fiction Illustrated, Starfawn? And there you go. That's cool. I couldn't see all the books, you know, it was hard to zoom in to see what was really in this collection. I saw a couple that were interesting that made me think I had a chance for some counterculture stuff, but I really couldn't tell. What did she want from him? Fire in the Night. Cool. Got The Prisoner. Got Sky Blue the Badass. Ooh. Sounds daring. Got another Prisoner number 3. Oh, this is cool. How about that, guys? Amazing Spider-Man collector's album. That's neat. See if there's any value to that. That's very cool. It's in really nice shape. It's number 2. Wow. I'm very happy about that. We'll set that to the side. Swordsman in the Sky. All fantasy, maybe. Face in the Abyss. Science fiction. I don't know anything about who the good science fiction authors are. I'm just going to admit that right now. So I'm going to have to research all this. Burlesque, The Baubles, Bangles, Babes. Okay. Oh. College Parodies. Glamour Girls. We got the Terrific Trio, No Man, the Invisible Thunder Agent, Dynamo, and Menthor. He blows menthol cigarette smoke right in your face. It's terrible. All right, we got Wild Spree for both men and women. Both men and women fought for her love. Spicy. Oh, very cool, guys. House of Mystery number 2. That is awesome. I've never even seen that they had House of Mystery books. Very cool. Did not see that. Harvey Kurtzman's Jungle Book. That feels like it's got to be interesting. Oh, nice. We got a Mad. The Brothers Mad. Cool. Throw that over there. I collect a few Mad books. Southern Fried. We have Harvey Kurtzman's Fast Acting Help. How about Patterns? Rod Serling. Very cool. Got another help. Ing, second helping. Gravity's Rainbow. Now I've heard of Thomas Pynchon. Science fiction. I know he's big, so that's very cool. Happy to have that. Love's Body by Norman O. Brown. Nice. Alright, we'll rip through the rest of these. We've got Black Mark, which isn't that a comic book character? Black Mark? I think it is. We'll throw that in the comic pile. Oh, there you go. Fantastic Four collector's album, number 1. Very cool. Wow, I did not know those were in there. Fiction Illustrated, volume 3. Oops. There you go. How's that? House of Mystery number 1. I have no idea if there's any value to these, but they will stay in my collection. These are really cool. Very nice condition too. Playboy's Sex and Cinema number 4. This guy liked his comic, his underground comics, and he liked his smut. That's absolutely apparent. The Humbug Digest. Edgar Rice Burroughs, The Outlaw of Torn. And there's another Edgar Rice Burroughs, the writer. Okay, how about this? Another Edgar Rice Burroughs, Land of Terror. Got another Mad, very nice. Like Mad. In my Mad pile. Here you go, a little Pogo for President. Some more Edgar Rice Burroughs, Lost Continent. And we got another Help. Les Girls, Something for the Boys. Illustrated in the French manner. I like it. And we got another Mad, the organization Mad. Okay, we got Conan the Usurper. Very cool. We'll put that in the comic pile. Pocketbook of Esquire cartoons. Got Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tenar of whatever. Cool. The Center of the Cyclone. An autobiography of inner space. That sounds amazing. That's awesome. We have Passionella and Other Stories. The new Peter Arno pocketbook. Okay. Oh yeah, a little Harlem Globetrotters, Go Man Go. And we have another Fiction Illustrated, Shlomo Raven, Public Detective. Almost done with the books, guys, and then we're out of here. Laura of Burlesque. Okay. Let's do a little organizing real quick here. Oops, all right, we got Dear Dead Days. Oh, nice. There's a little Kerouac, On the Road, or I mean the Dharma Bums. That is great. That is that's what I was looking for. Right there. Put that up there. A Far Out Book, Is That You, Simon? I feel like that's gonna hit the spot what I'm looking for as well. Maybe I'm wrong, but it says A Far Out Book, so I'm gonna put it over there. Spitting on the Sheriff and Other Diversions. Cool. Oh, nice. How about Speed by William Burroughs, introduced by Allen Ginsberg? Again, that is what I was looking for. Awesome. And we got another helping. And then the last kind of stack here, this is just a few books. I have this. Bodie's Cartoon Concert by Von Bodie. We got John Hassey Roadshow. Carnival Life. I was a carny back in the day. Monster Out of Time. Cool. Oh, nice. Another Kerouac. Big Sur. Killer. That's awesome. And then we have Chorus of Cuties. We have Harvey Kurtzman's Fun and Games. We have Wonder Warhog, Captain Crud and Other Super Stuff. So it's a little undergroundy stuff kind of maybe. Last book, Inside Mad. So there you go. That is the end of my auction. Highly focused on trying to get underground stuff, counterculture stuff. This is all part of a larger plan to ultimately open up my own booth. So I wanted to get that kind of stuff because that's the theme I'm going for. Boy, that was a lot of ground to cover over 2 videos. I hope you stuck through it because I think I found some incredible stuff. I'm really, really ecstatic. I can't wait to research all this stuff. I'm anxious to see, you know, if there's some value in some of this stuff. But I thought I crushed it. So I would love some feedback. Let me know what you guys think. And if you stuck in for both of these videos, I am really, really thankful. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed those. And if you didn't, if it was too long-winded, whatever, frankly, I was going to go through it. I recorded it. So there you go. It's all a surprise to me as well, most of it. So hope everybody's doing good, and we'll talk to you later. Peace out. Bye. All right, I thought I'd throw a little addendum here to this video, which I've not done before, but this one was so exciting. There was so much in it that I felt like it was worth throwing it in here. So what you're looking at here is the pile of stuff that I am keeping in my collection. So what you have here is the couple of, pretty much almost all the comics I'm keeping. I do have a bit that I've put aside that I will be throwing in a sale pile, but I'm keeping all this stuff all nice and bagged and boarded. The cool thing about what I've learned with all of these comics is that they are all first print underground. So it's rare. Usually when I have found underground, they're not first printings, but these are all first prints, and which certainly helps with the value. Now the average grade of these was definitely in the mid range. Some lower, some a little higher. So I would just kind of put them in that mid grade range overall. But fantastic books. A lot of R. Crumb stuff in here, and wow, this is really, again, kind of what I was going for, was just to try to get some underground comic books, and then we ended up with so much more. This stack right here is a lot of the Zines and smaller publications, some early R. Crumb stuff in there. This stack right here is very cool. Some really neat, rare underground stuff there. And then these are the books that I ended up keeping here. So this is a stack of all comic-related books. This is all Mad stuff. Of course, I feel silly because I say I collect Mad, but I didn't know who Harvey Kurtzman was. And of course, I've researched it and learned that he was really the brains behind Mad magazine. He was the guy that created Mad. Then had a falling out when shortly after they became a magazine. But I certainly want to read up more on his history of just get to know more about his story. But he's a pretty important figure, influential to guys like R. Crumb and a lot of the underground artists. So anyway, and Jungle Books are pretty important. So is Humbug. So, and then these were like the beat poet stuff and counterculture type books. So I was thrilled with what I got out of the books. This is amazing. I pointed that out in the video, but all this stuff was just really cool. Magazines, things like that. Then of course there's the bumper sticker and the Doom figure that I'll keep. But yeah, that's all the stuff I'm keeping. And then down here is everything that I've decided I'm going to ultimately put in my booth when I hopefully get a booth set up for the beginning of the year. So I'll just start accumulating product to have in the shelves, but lots of cool stuff in here that I'll be able to add in there. Turns out some of those like adult newspaper magazines are actually quite, there's some value in selling those. So that was a nice surprise, because the one that's called Screw actually has some really good art. So I think it was more of a counterculture underground thing as much as it dealt with adult subject matter, as far as like sexual stuff, porn, I guess, the best way you want to say it. But there was an element of like artistic quality to the covers and the content. So there's more going on than just what face value. Anyway, there is some value there. So I think is what I'll do real quick is I'll throw in some, music, and I'll just highlight some of the best stuff, the stuff that I love the most out of this pile here, and just kind of run it through at the end here, and maybe just put a little kind of fact sheet next to it, and maybe even kind of some value of what they sell for on eBay. All in on this collection, on all three lots, I paid $198. So like the toy stuff, I think it was $7. The other one I paid maybe 50 or 60, and then the other one was a little higher than that. So totaling all in with the buyer's premium, I was at $198. And I can tell you, I went and looked up most of this stuff here and in the stuff that I'm going to sell, and I could get way over $198. I would get my money back in 2 items, I think. If I sold a couple of lots of like those newspaper things that were just kind of at the bottom there, I could get close to my money back, honestly. So that was surprising. But I'm thrilled. Out of my last year and a half of hunting, I would definitely proclaim that this is my second favorite haul of since I've been back in collecting. It's just such a unique purchase. I did not expect everything that I got out of it. And like this Steranko calendar thing is amazing. So yeah, I was just stoked. So let me just run through some of my favorite items for you as we close this out, and I appreciate everybody just hanging in. Hopefully this wasn't too boring and you found some of this interesting. as you're kind of chilling on your couch or wherever you're watching this. All right, here we go.